Islamic institute? How do we raise a generation that's going to be on the right way, but is also aware of this shaitanic system?
How are you going to raise a generation? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم دستور مدد يا صاحب السيف حسبنا الله ونعم حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. We are asking madad from our Shaykh Sahib al-Saif, Shaykh al-Karim al-Kibris ya Rabbani. There are so many people, they are jealous, and they're saying anyone who asks madad, especially if you're asking madad from him, they are cut off. Alhamdulillah, we're not cut off. It's coming. We're speaking things, we're hearing things that we're not hearing anywhere else. We're speaking about things that we didn't hear anywhere else, and the hearts, the thirsty hearts, they're getting more nourished because it is teaching us his words, our Shaykh's teaching, how to survive in these times when the flood is hitting, when the ship is sinking. When the ship is sinking, it is not the time to sit down to have tea or to play the music or to even talk about swimming. When the ship is sinking, we're going to say, now lose all things that you are collecting, that you are rushing to collect, thinking you're going to save them. And then when this ship is sinking, then you're going to have all these possessions and you're going to start a new life. No, don't. Lose everything. Lose everything and hold on to that what? That boat. That life what? Yeah? The life raft. Ship is sinking. The life raft. Hold on to that. Learn how to hold on to it. You cannot hold on to it kicking and screaming to other people. You cannot hold on to it, but inside your pockets you've taken everything from that ship. You're putting your gold, you're putting all your money, you're putting all your possessions there. No, you have to lose yourself. All those things you have to let go. Then you have to hold on to him properly. Alhamdulillah. We're asking that Allah make us to always hold on to him properly and to let go of ourselves, let go of our possessions, whether it is material or what we put in our head or in our mind, because we are holding on to an Ahli Zikr. We're holding on to a Shaykh, we're holding on to a friend of Allah. Out of the thousands and the hundreds of thousands that have come, never before we've seen someone like him before. We may speak about him, but so many people, they are not ready, and so many, they are jealous ones. But we're speaking about him. Now, we cannot say more than what Shaykh Maulana has said about him. He is a dragon who was fighting against Batil. One person. One. He said one. Not two, not three, not four, not five. One in this whole world. One fighting against the Batil. He is like a dragon. People, they're jealous when we talk about dragons too. Why? You watch too much TV? That's why. So we're holding on to him. Now you're asking the question, when everything else is burning in reality, how are we going to raise the next generation if Allah gives us time to raise the next generation to be following? This is Akhir Zaman. Look, find examples before us, those ones, that when the conditions are like our conditions, what did they do? What did they do? Look at the Ashab al-Kahf, the companions of the cave. They are young ones like you. Did they escape into that cave bringing their possessions with them? Bringing their houses, bringing their schools, bringing all their friends, bringing their culture, bringing their system, running into that cave away from the city that they know it is going to receive the azab of Allah. If not, it is wrong. The direction they're taking is wrong. No, they ran away with nothing. Simple. If anything, they just brought one dog, Kitmir. One dog who was there just to guard them. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us a story? It's not a story, it happened. And in our way especially, which is a sunnah, to recite that Surah Al-Kahf every Friday, it will protect you against the tricks and the traps of Dajjal. But reading the Surah Al-Kahf is not just a reading like that too. It is to understand what is it representing. In that surah, it is talking about the Ashab al-Kahf. They escape, young people, and Allah put them into a time inside of a time, and a space inside of a space, correct? And they fell asleep and they woke up 100 years later, and you went back into the city, and the city has completely changed. Allah has made that to happen. These days, if you tell so many Muslims, they're not going to believe this story. They say, oh, these are just old stories. They're not going to believe it. There's no belief anymore. They may be going up and down, praying, fasting, reading so much, but they don't believe anymore. And in that same surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking about who? Who else? Zulkarnain. Alayhi salam. Correct or no? He went east and west and complete east, complete west, going. For what? What was he finding there? Was he looking for something? No, he wasn't. Zulkarnain, not Alexander, not Iskandar. Zulkarnain, Oz-Han. Was he looking for something? No, he was sent. We came from the complete east, almost, of this continent. We're going to the complete west, correct? Why? Are we looking for something here? Because Zulkarnain was sent by Allah. He was sent. He was sent to warn the people. And he was sent to show us that wherever that you're going, if you're not doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this world will become very small for you, and you're going to be a cursed one. But if you just run up a mountain for the sake of Allah, and you just stay in the cave, Allah will create time inside of your time and a space inside of your space. Dominion was given to Zulkarnain. The whole ruling of the whole world was given to Zulkarnain. But he was not looking for the world. It was given to him, but he's not looking for the world. He's looking to Allah. So you're asking me the question, the younger generation, what we're going to do. Those are our role models. What are we looking for? You can be running up the mountain too. But if you're looking for the same kind of understanding, same kind of lifestyle, same kind of attitude that you're going to find in the dunya, you're not going to win nothing. You're going to lose too. And there are people, they're getting very shaky too. They're leaving all their wrong lifestyle, past lives, they come into the dargah. You know who you are. Then they're starting to miss that kind of life. And they're starting to have the attitude that they had before. They're starting to, instead of changing, they're starting to go back, to take steps back into their old lives in the dargah, upstate. Why not? Why not? If the place is going to change you, if the place is what is going to change you, then there's no kufr and there's no munafiqs in Mecca and Medina. The place will not change you. It is not the place. It is your heart. So those ones who says that we want to escape, But in reality, they just want a continuation of their selfish, egoistic life, disobedient kind of lifestyle to Allah and His Prophet that they are watching, especially in these last days when majority they're going to the wrong way and only a handful they're going the right way. And they're only cheating and tricking themselves. If you are starting to do that kind of wrong action, it doesn't matter where you are going to be, the curse will still follow you because you still have it inside of your heart. But if you're going to follow those ones that they left everything, they did not even look back, then you're going to find a whole new world. That time, you're going to find a time inside of a time and a space inside of a space. You will. Your children will. And when you look at them, you will be reminded too of that time and that space. Because that time and that space is what is going to connect us to our grandfathers, to great-grandfathers, and continuing. Because that kind of simple lifestyle is what prophets and the saints, they are continuing. They're not going around just for fun. Looking. What is there to look? What is there to look? It's finished. This dunya is finished, don't you know? Are you bringing the light of Allah and the Holy Prophet ﷺ to the people? Are you warning the tyrants? Are you doing Amr bil Ma'ruf, Nahy anil Munkar? When you have the authority, you have the power in your hands, you're not doing. What can we do? Sahir Zaman. So first, before you look at the children, the parents themselves, you must think, why are you moving? And you must remind yourself, because man is created in haste. He's always rushing and he will forget. Man is heedless. You forget. You must remind yourself why you are there. See, why I have to remind? Same way we have to say, فَعَلَمَ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Why we have to say it over and over and over again? You have to remind yourself why you are here. What are you escaping from? What are you running towards? These days we cannot do too much. Those who want to listen, they listen. If they don't want to listen, it is up to them. People living next to me, they're not listening. What can I do? They don't listen. The sons of the prophets, they don't listen to their fathers. The wives of the prophets, they don't listen. Their followers, they become so weak. They become so stubborn and arrogant in their own ways. And now, those who want to listen, you come. You don't want to listen, you go far behind. We're not going to wait for them. We're moving forward. So, inshallah Rahman, don't be too busy just with your wants and your desires. I'm looking so many murids, they're busy with their wants and their desires. When you look at it a little bit, it's all about dunya. They are bothered by dunya. Why I can't get this one? Why I cannot earn this much? Why I cannot be with this one? Why I cannot? They're not being busy with death, whether they are prepared or not. They're not being busy with the work that is around them to help the people around them, especially those ones who are living in non-Muslim countries. If you're showing one sunnah and the people around you, they love that sunnah, you're already bringing the mercy of Allah to them, not taking it seriously. Some, they're so spoiled, we pull them out from the dirtiness into a clean environment, but you're not changing your dirty characteristics. The mountains, it cannot tolerate anything dirty over there. Either you're going to become clean or you're going to be very uncomfortable there and you're going to go back. This is for me and this is for you. This is for everyone. You're not exempt from it. Change. We have a very big mission that is in front of us. We should live that. Remember, don't live for this dunya. Don't live for this battle. Live for Haqq. Live for Allah. That time is easy for your children to follow you. وَمِنَ اللَّهُ تَوْفِيقٌ. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This much is enough, inshallah. I give you early night tonight. Go and rest. It is a month of Safar. Don't forget your tasbih of astaghfirullah. Don't forget to sit somewhere and to remind yourself how we are using the mercy of Allah to become disobedient to Allah. How we're using the generosity of Allah to become ungrateful to Allah. How we are using Allah's blessing and still we're doubting the blessings of Allah. And we are complaining and we are worrying. Don't. Sit. Say astaghfirullah for that. Go into sujud, go into sajda. The protection will reach to you. Whatever that you have, it will be blessed. Otherwise, you can gain this whole world. The smallest thing will make your heart to shake. The smallest thing will make you to have no peace and no blessings and no contentment at all. We are not like that. The believer is not weak. The believer is strong. This is a month of Safar for you and for me. Remember this. Offer the salawat sharif to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Prepare for the month of Rabiul Awal. Inshallah, if Allah gives us life, we will see it together. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum.